What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So of course yesterday was the day that we were all waiting for, because the Avengers official YouTube channel posted the Q&A with of course the head of the studio, Scott Amos. Now with that being said, we had a ton of different questions answered regarding the content and of course more information regarding the state of the game. So in today's video we got some really interesting things to go through, but I do want to be honest and ask you guys a quick question, and that is, if you are not playing this game, or if you are not playing this game as much, can you see any type of DLC basically making you play the game, I guess, a lot more consistent? Let me know your honest opinion on that in the comments below. For me, the answer would be yes, and it would just straight up be the Black Panther DLC, of course, but let me know yours in the comments below. And as always, let's try and crush, say, 6 likes, that'd be cool, and go ahead and click that big red subscribe button below if you have not already, because that is just a really cool thing to do. So diving into this video, the initial Q&A was give or take like half an hour long. Now thank you to our good friend Miller, he actually managed to do a thread of all the questions that were asked alongside their answers as well. So I've picked out the ones that are more interesting to, I know, a lot of us, because there was a lot of general talk regarding the characters and their initial stories, etc, etc. So I've just taken out the things that are really key to the current state of the game alongside future content in this game regarding DLC, regarding roadmaps, etc, etc. So let's dive into this one, and it's regarding the New Game Plus, and it has been confirmed that it is now in QA testing as we speak. Now in terms of the date, Scott did say that no promises are on the date, essentially because they just don't want to commit to a date like they did with the Kate Bishop DLC and then find themselves in a situation where they have to delay that. Now of course that does have its pros and cons. Leave your thoughts on that. Nonetheless, it's in the works. A New Game Plus is definitely incoming. Now regarding seasonal events, now of course with Halloween, Christmas, etc being around the corner, we now know as well, back before the launch of this game, that seasonal events were essentially going to be a thing in this game. Now Scott did add to this more when asked by Andy, just saying, you know, any chances of the seasonal events, and he said sure, but right now their primary motivation is to do with the bug fixes, which of course, like I said, just take priority over everything else, hence why we're getting the delay anyway for the first DLC. It would have been great to have some sort of indication, not maybe an exact date, but just saying, is it going to be coming, for example, before the end of the year, in the first quarter of next year? So in terms of a time frame, it does suck a little bit that we don't even have that. Like, I think that would have probably been a lot better, rather than just giving an actual, I guess, hard date, in the sense of, like, for example, the 24th of October or 23rd, etc, etc. I think maybe just giving some sort of slight indication or teaser, whatever you want to say, would have been a lot better, but nonetheless, that is actually going to become a thing. Now regarding more story driven content for each character, that is coming, and also post-launch operations do push the story forward for existing characters as well. Now they did say with the Tachyon Rift that it's not just a game mode. Like when it comes down to the Kate Bishop DLC and you got cloning labs and so forth, you will actually start to see things linked together and basically understand why things are working in the way they are. So I guess individual story, or more story driven content for each character is coming, and I think that's cool. And this goes on to the next two things which I think are really, really key. First of all, post-launch operations have campaign-style cutscenes, which is really good. I mean, that's a win overall. Second thing is that existing characters will have the ability, get the ability and skill expansions as a whole. So you will get more than what we have now. So I think that's something that was probably the most exciting part regarding the character section of things. Just knowing that more skills are going to be available, that's actually something I genuinely didn't think would ever be added into the game, at least not yet anyway, but we do know that further skill expansions are now confirmed to be getting, you know, upgraded for each character. So again, that's really good. Now, regarding new enemy factions, so it says taking aim will tease the direction of the story, and again, that's regarding aim as a big bad, but then you got new enemy factions coming as well. They did say that they know we're getting bored of the current bosses, and the second thing, I mean, well, not second thing, but the third to last thing, should I say, this is probably really important to, I'd say, 95% of the players that have played this game and experienced this. So they said that solo locked door access is going to have a fix coming. So for example, when you're in a mission and so forth and you can't get access to a door still because, you know, you need to be a certain character or a certain character needs to have a skill, etc, that needs to be resolved. So what they're saying essentially here, which is not confirmed, but it's regarding the whole situation being able to just simply switch characters in a mission situation to then access something still like a locked door. So again, although that exact feature has not been confirmed, that is what they responded to. So they know a lot of people are asking to be able to switch characters in missions for, of course, irrelevant reasons, and they are working on a fix to resolve that. So whether or not they're going to go down the road of actually making that a feature as a whole or just something else in terms of, like, you know, the AI being able to do it, I have no idea. But what we do know is that it's going to be resolved. Now, going on to the second to last thing, so this is regarding the roadmap, and this is going on towards the Black Panther stuff, which again is major key. So first of all, the roadmap is delayed because the content release dates changed, and that is as simple as that. So the release schedule communication is coming. Again, unfortunately, we still didn't get a date for that. And regarding the Kate Bishop DLC, again, it was a bit of a silly question, even as Miller stated that was asked regarding that, but we don't know, like, when that DLC is coming. So what the answer to that is, in terms of when we can expect that, was the answer with, we'll basically get it before, you know, the last calendar day of this year. So I mean, are we talking now November as a whole, or is that just scrapped? Or are we now talking December? So I think that's a little bit crazy. We have zero indication with that, but I mean, you know, it would kind of, I guess, screw up a lot of things if we don't get Kate Bishop in November, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, regarding with the Black Panther and so forth, so, well, most importantly, Wakanda, it says that taking aim comes with, and I quote, baby steps towards new areas, and it includes a new arena. So, essentially, it teases a new biome, possibly teasing, of course, towards Wakanda, the Black Panther DLC, which we know is a thing, way before they even said or even leaked or teased, whatever you want to say, that that character was going to be in the game. So we found that out in the War Table stream, so we know Wakanda, Black Panther, etc. We know these are things in the game. So that's the current situation. So although it wasn't exactly the most informative Q&A that it could have been, I guess we kind of know, well, at least, like I said, I'm going to link the original post that Miller done regarding all the other stuff, but you kind of have some type of indication. But guys, leave your thoughts on this in the comments below. That's going to wrap up this video here. As always, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.